Happy Friday the 13th, and maybe a little spooky for some of the temperatures we had in northern Minnesota this morning. Further south, it was just comfortable in the 50s across the metro, but a pocket of widespread 40s and even some 30s in northeastern Minnesota. And a few of the typical cool spots: Hibbing 36 degrees this morning, and Barris 38, Big Fork 39, and Aiken 39 degrees. And even outside of the metro, there were a few upper 40s. St. Cloud was at 48 this morning. And we can measure this hot summer in a number of ways, but one of them is just how few cool nights we've had too. So we can measure 90s in average temperature, but we should be below 60 degrees on average to date, 23 nights of the summer. We've only seen 8 so far. This was the 8th one this morning. It was 59, just barely below 60 at the airport this morning. Of course, more bad news in the drought. Yes, last weekend's rain put a dent in the drought, but that was really it, and just kind of around the eastern parts of the metro area. Not enough to get rid of the drought, because we are compiling every day more deficit when we don't get rain, when we're this far behind. So this is comparing this week to last week. You can see that big belt of dark brown. That's exceptional drought. There was no exceptional drought in Minnesota last week. So now we have 7% of the state in exceptional drought, and half of Minnesota is an extreme or exceptional drought now. 60-day rainfall deficits look a lot like they have, especially to the northwest. So we've got a belt from about Fargo to Bemidji up to the international border that's really in dire straits right now. East Metro, you can start to see a little bit of that change this week. Less deficit compared to last week, but really this map has not changed a whole lot. Wisconsin, though, big surplus of rain there, so it just keeps getting wetter there. Well, much of Minnesota keeps getting drier. And across the country, we've talked about this, the whole west and southwest, of course, dry. 26% of the United States now is an exceptional or extreme drought. That has never happened since they have recorded this. So it's a huge swath of the country. Think how big our country is that is in that extreme drought category or worse. Of course, it continues to rain in the southeast too. Florida is going to be hammered with Tropical Storm Fred. Not expecting a lot of wind, not hurricane force conditions, but these tropical systems do dump a lot of rainfall. And that's a problem when you've had already a surplus of rain, of course. So here's the remnants of Fred. It's a tropical depression now, as it had moved over Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic over the last couple of days. Expected to become a tropical storm again tonight, and then continue to move up into the southeast. So this is going to be a big rainmaker, a big flood maker, unfortunately, too, for places like Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. You'll hear more about that over the coming days. But we're also watching potential tropical cyclone 7. We're calling it, a little further out into the Atlantic. We talked about that there was the chance that this could form into a tropical cyclone, and now the Hurricane Center gives it a likelihood of becoming a tropical system. And next on the list will be Grace. So this could become Tropical Storm Grace as soon as tonight or Saturday. So this is going to rapidly develop into a tropical storm. They're not forecasting it to become a hurricane at this point, but it is going to follow a very similar path to Fred, moving right over, again, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Haiti, Cuba, and then up into potentially Florida. So we'll have to keep our eye on that. For us, high pressure dominating. That means beautiful weather, even though we do need rain. Dry dew points, winds out of the north on the east side of high pressure as it moves clockwise. So as that high pressure slowly drifts east over the weekend, by Monday, Tuesday, we're going to get back into the south flow on the west side. That'll bring back in higher dew points, warmer temperatures, and eventually, by the middle of next week, maybe the chance of some showers and thunderstorms. And since the weather's so quiet, it's worth looking at the power of the wind. So yesterday was pretty breezy. We could have powered 2.2 million homes in Minnesota. There's 2.5 million homes in the state. So you combine wind and solar, we would have had a surplus of energy. So just worth putting that in the back of your mind, just how much potential there is in those renewable energies. Right around 80 today, just a gorgeous Friday, lots of sun, a beautiful weekend. Hard to beat this. Mid-80s, sunny skies. One more cool, comfortable night tonight for the metro. Should be in the 50s, and then warming it up a little bit, getting steamier too by the middle of next week. Upper 80s, dew points in the 60s at least, and that might yield the chance of some thunderstorms again by Wednesday.